Is this you? In a crisis, you are laser focused and you know exactly what to do, and people rely on you. You become calm, decisive, and capable. But when it comes to you and what you need to do for yourself, oof. Ordinary life, answering calls, emails, resting, and choosing dinner and following a routine can feel overwhelming, scattered, and you may be unmotivated or simply emotionally flat. And then you wonder, why can I handle emergencies so well, but then struggle with normal life? If that's you, I want you to know that this is very normal. There is nothing wrong with you. And what you are experiencing makes perfect sense neurologically, emotionally, and relationally. Hi, I'm Karina Aybar, psychotherapist and coach, and I make videos about setting boundaries without guilt, emotional regulation, parentification, and generational trauma recovery so that you can understand why you feel the way you do and how to change it with compassion and practical tools. In my last video, we talked about why calm can trigger anxiety, and today I want to explore that further from the other side of that. Why chaos can make you feel competent, focused, and even alive. So let's look at it from a neurological lens. When you grow up in an unpredictable environment, then your nervous system adapted so well for survival and not comfort. Adult children of dysfunctional families are often wired to function in chaos. And this is what many people don't talk about. In high stress moments, your brain releases dopamine, adrenaline, and cortisol. And these chemicals sharpen focus, they increase energy, and create clarity, ironically. So, during emergencies, you feel alive, you feel useful, you feel regulated and needed. Your nervous system says, I know this. This is familiar. I am an expert at this. And that is what we call survival competence. You didn't just survive in chaos. You became excellent at it. Now, this is why ordinary life feels so hard and you struggle to focus on your own needs. Routine, rest, calmness, and joy do not produce the same chemical response. They require safety. They require you to be fully present in your body and not thinking about what is coming next. And they require emotional openness. And if safety wasn't modeled or felt consistent growing up, then your nervous system doesn't recognize calm as safe. So instead of relief, calm can bring anxiety, restlessness, a sense of not being good enough, or an imposter syndrome. Many of my clients often and unintentionally tie their worth to their level of productivity, and that makes them frustrated with themselves. Does this resonate? You may be constantly asking yourself, what am I supposed to do now? So your body is just understimulated after years of overactivation. I want to share with you the story of one of my clients who I would like to call Maria for confidentiality purposes. She is the person that everyone calls in a crisis. And at work, she thrives under deadlines. In her family, she's the fixer, the one that people call, and is extremely responsible. When something goes wrong, she's calm, resourceful, and grounded. But on the weekends, Maria feels exhausted, restless, burnt out, and she cannot relax without feeling guilty. She scrolls, numbs, and overplans for the week ahead. Maria once told me, I don't know how to enjoy life unless I am doing something or solving something for someone else. What Maria learned early on was being needed equals belonging. Being calm in chaos equals love. And resting equals danger or irrelevance. So her nervous system trusts urgency more than peace. Now, if any part of this is resonating, please pause for a second and comment below. Does chaos feel easier than calm for you? Do you thrive in emergencies? Are you the go-to person and yet struggle to care for yourself? I read all of your comments, and naming this is already a form of healing. Now let's talk about the stress-induced dopamine, which is the hidden loop. Something most people do not realize is that when stress becomes familiar, your brain can rely on it for dopamine. That means that calm feels boring and unproductive, and stability can feel emotionally flat. You unconsciously recreate urgency so that you can create more dopamine, not because you want to suffer and make your life difficult, but because your brain is seeking regulation the only way that it learned how. These are called adrenaline-seeking behaviors. This is why so many parentified adults and adult children of dysfunctional families say, I'm high functioning, but I'm not actually okay. I feel restless often. Like I need to do something else. I shouldn't be just sitting. I struggle with that. This is why I want to share with you another case of one of my clients, Jane, who grew up being the emotional anchor in her family. She handled adult conversations as a child, and she anticipated everyone's needs. She was labeled the mature and responsible child in her family. And what happens as an adult? She's very successful. This is the double-edged sword, right? This can bring amazing skills where you are a very intentional leader, reliable, you are responsible, and people trust you. However, you are often the one who experiences burnout. Jane often struggles with self-consistency, with setting boundaries with others. She struggles with rest. She's often working on the weekends on tasks that she was supposed to accomplish during the week. And she cannot experience joy without anxiety. She also struggles with being supported because letting herself be supported is an extreme challenge. Jane once said to me, when things are calm, I feel like I'm waiting for something bad to happen, or I struggle with survivor's guilt because when I am on vacation or enjoying my life, I think about this family member, someone who's struggling, and I just want to do something about it. And that is a nervous system trained for impact and for chaos. That is why she thrives. Now, something I want to emphasize is that healing doesn't mean losing your strength. What it means is expanding your capacity for safety, one day at a time. Teaching your body calm does not equal losing control. And learning to experience dopamine through connection, through meaning and pleasure and presence, and not crisis, is the ultimate goal. This is slow, compassionate work, not something that you discipline your way into. I don't want you to shame yourself for struggling and not keeping up with your routines. You heal it by building safety inside your body, by practicing rest in small, tolerable doses, and letting joy be unfamiliar without judging it. We want to learn how to be valued without being needed or giving something in return. Your mere existence is valuable in any relationship, and this is why it is so important to acknowledge that. You heal by allowing yourself to be valued without being needed or giving something in return. And here is a gentle reframe I want to offer you. If you've ever thought, why can't I just have discipline for myself? Why can't I just simply enjoy and be present? I want you to try this instead. Just say to yourself, remind yourself, my nervous system learned to survive in a very skillful and complex way, and now I am learning to live and accept myself fully. And that is not failure. That is actually evolution. This is the type of work we do inside our Self-Worth Hub membership. And not only that, stay with me on this channel because we talk about healing slowly, relationally, and with nervous system informed tools. Watch my other playlist on dysfunctional family dynamics and parentification to learn more. And if this video resonated with you, share it with someone who may need it, and come and reference it again so that you remember that your worth is not tied to your level of productivity. I will see you in the next video, and please remember your resilience.